Good day and God bless everyone. This is Kunlini Bitacora from North Central Mindanao College, taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. So in this video, I am going to present to you my topic, which is about when technology and humanity cross. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the relationship between the technology and humanity. So we will going to discuss what are the impacts of the technology to the people or to the society. So let's proceed. So we have here the introduction. So technology came from the two Greek words, which are techne and logos, which means art and word respectively. So techne, which means art, or logos, which means word. So technology means a discourse on arts. So, in the 17th century, the concept was only used to talk about arts, specifically applied arts. So, during the 17th century, technology are referred to as the discourse on arts, in which digital manipulation, its focus is to transform the different artworks into digital, which become useful in everyday lives for the people. So, as technology progressed, the concept have a wider range of meaning. It includes the concept of machine and tools. So dati, dili pa kayo advance ang mga technology na ginagamit sa mga tao, such as ball pens, ang mga sorts of mga tools, or before nga wala kay siya, dili that advanced ang mga gamit. That was still called nga technology. Pero low technology lang siya. Unlike sa mga computers, mga machines, they are referred to as high technology. So before, involved na gihapon ang word na technology, but in a gitawag siya low technology. While karon, mas nagka-improve, mas naging productive ang technology. So, there is kaning na siya gitawag nga duha ka types of technology, the low technology and the high technology, which is continuing siya nag-progress and nag-evolve over time. So next, technology has a crucial role to everyone. So the society is directly or indirectly affected by technology. Most people survive because of great reliance to technology. So it is true that people sees the technology as necessities in life. Diha na daw nakadepende ang atong everyday life. For example, so our way of communicating with our loved ones, or to our friends, with the usage of technology, mas easy na and accessible sa atoa. Unlike before, they were only using letters, mga letters ana ila lang ipadala, which kuan na siya, maabtan pag pila ka days o sa maabot sa particular person ang imong gina-address. Unlike nowadays, it is really convenient for us, one click lang abot na agad sa imong gina-address or imong gisendan nga person. So technology, it makes our life more convenient and easier for us. So we have also here, some will say that they are not greatly affected. The fact cannot be denied that technology is already an inevitable part of the society. Of course, as time goes, nagka-evolve na sa atong way of living, and mas grabe na tong mga needs and necessities in life. So through this technology, it really help us, no, na mas naka-serve siya sa to para maka-perform the different tasks in our everyday life with the aid of technology. So sa technology is walay impossible, because there is this continuing pagka-progress and produce sa mga goods and services that are convenient for us. We have also here, technology these days enjoys such fame and glory. Technology does not bring only convenience but also pleasure and happiness. Technology provides assistance to humans' activities. Technology becomes necessities. As what I have said a while ago, technology becomes necessities in our everyday life. Dili na siya about it will help us to make our tasks or make our life easier, but also it is a sort of leisure time, no? That can provide us a lot of entertainment, leisure time, and among others. So it really helps in every aspects of our life in terms of energy, mobility, in the field of education, and the industry, economic, and and uban pang mga aspeto. Next. So in general, technology keeps on progressing over time. It keeps on evolving, on developing because of the brilliance, creativeness, and power of the mind. So, mga skillful and knowledgeable people are really inclined with this technology, no? As it keeps on evolving over time. So let's proceed with the television sets, mobile phones, computers, and humanity. So how does all of these technological advancements affect the way of living among people or netizens nowadays? Okay. So we have here 92% of rural homes own at least one television set. So this is according to Kantar Media. While television remains to be the ultimate medium for the advertisements placements. This is according to the Manila Times in 2014. We have also here Filipinos are believed to have big fascination for television as a sort of entertainment or leisure time, where they spend their time together with their families or friends watching movies and among others. We have also here the current count of households with television set already reached 15.135 million. This is according to NUDA in 2012. So this we can reflect, we can realize that how these technological advancements is really relevant sa mga families or among Filipinos, no? How these technologies really involved in their lives. So without technology, no, they don't have entertainment, or ang ilang dili dat kadali ilahang mga tasks or to perform any kind of activities. So technology have really aided their life in their everyday living. We have also here some sort of history or the origin of the television. So we have here Paul Gottlieb Nepko. He was a German student in the late 18th attempt to send images through a rotating disc. So this invention was called electronic telescope that had 18 lines resolution. So Paul Gottlieb Nepko is the first one na naka-invent aning sort of nahimo siyang basihan para dito nagsugod o ganing makabuog ang mga inventors of television, na which maka-project na siya mga images. So we have here si Nipko, no? Siya ang naka-invent, no, the first ever TV in the world. So mas ma-emphasize pa na siya on yan, no, later on. So in 1907, We have also here Alan Archibald Campbell Swinton and Boris Rosing created a new system of television using cathode ray tube in addition to the mechanical scanner system. So over the time, after Paul Gottlieb Nipkow made this electronic telescope that nahimo siyang basis, no, para sa ubang mga inventors to make that television or TV nga mas siya compatible, mas accessible sa mga tao. So these two scientists or inventors were able to design a television using the cathode ray tube, no, which is more applicable siya or mas efficient siya kaysa the first TV that were made by Paul Gottlieb Nipkow. So all of these inventions, all of these stories which made to the conclusion or which is known to the society that there are two types of television systems, which are the mechanical and electronic television. So next, so let's proceed with the mobile phones. So more than half of the Filipino population own at least one mobile phone. No? It is believed, no, even ako, dili ko mabuhi kung wala akong cellphone sa akong tapat. Like, it's really part of my life na like, kapikas na siya sa akong kinabuhi. Dili magsilbi nga, wala ko'y cellphone, no? And I think, halos tanan ana is, dili gid sila magsilbi kung wala sila'y cellphone. So we have also here 67% product ownership in the country. This is according to Sinovate. So mobile phones are considered as a must-have among young Filipinos. Okay, so 1 in every 3 Filipinos cannot live without a mobile phone, or 30% of the Philippine urban population nationwide said that mobile phones are a necessity. So this is according to the latest survey, no, that cell phones are really necessities for life. According to the Filipinos, almost 30% agreed that especially in the urban population, that mobile phones are really a necessity in life. Next, so we have also here Philippine streets are full of people using their mobile phones. Some Filipinos who even own more than one mobile phone. So this is really interesting, no? That Filipinos is they love this technological equipments like cell phones and uban pa. Okay. Next. So on April 3, so this is a sort of the origin and how kanos na din nagsugod ning pag-invent aning mobile phones. So on April 3 in 1973, Martin Cooper, a senior engineer at Motorola Corporation, a company, so he was able to make the world's first mobile phone call. So the mobile phone used by Cooper weighted 1.1 kilograms and measured 228.6 times 127 times 44.4 millimeter. So the device was capable of 30-minute talk time, but it took 10 hours to charge. So in 1983, Motorola made their first commercial mobile phone, which it was officially named or known as the Motorola Dynatax 8000X, or also gitawag po siya Dynatac phone, no? It was the first ever cell phone in the world nga nahimo, which is si Martin Cooper ang naka-invent this kind of cell phone. Mo siya ang pinakaunang cellular phone nga na-invent in the world. So next, so in 2010, 3.6 trillion estimated the total value output of all manufacturing establishments, with the different brands of cell phone, kinds of cell phone with different designs or iyang mga forma. 5.4% of the total value output came from the computers and peripheral equipment and accessories. This is according to PSA in 2013. So a growing number of computer and laptop sales, there are also been growing number of internet users. Of course, this is relevant in every aspect or in different fields, in education, sa mga workplaces, in mga business establishments, and among others. So these mga technological equipments or mga machines like in kining sa mga planta or mga, any other establishments na is gamit na gid kining mga technology. We have the laptops, computers, and cell phones as part of processing or productivity when it comes to creating products or services. So we have here a prominent, well-known person, Charles Babbage. So a 19th century English mathematics professor. He was also a politician and inventor. So he was able to design the analytical engine, which was used as the basic framework of the computer. So he is the first one who is able to design an automatic digital computer. No? Si Charles Babbage. So the first design of computer was so big that it could occupy whole floors of buildings. So the transition from personal computer to a laptop was only a matter of a design, an improvement and a little deviation from the standard design of a personal computer. So in April 1981, the first true portable computer was released. It is called OsborneOne. So this is the picture of the first ever laptop or computer in the world, which is ang naka-invent. The inventor of this was Adam Osborne. That's why it is named as OsborneOne, and in honor of the inventor of this kind of laptop or computer. However, this is too expensive according to the research. So, si Charles Babbage, he was able to make the analytical engine kind of computer, which is nahimo na siyang basis on the future inventors about their making of the laptops or computers. And however, this is the first ever computer nga nahimo. That was still in 1990s. Kaning OsborneOne, which is iya pong function, ang iyang productivity is kaya niyang makakuha na po siya mga applications, kaya po niya ang mohimo ng mga spreadsheets and word processing. That was so cute kayo siyang nasa picture. And next, a typical household owns at least 4 of the following devices. Mobile phone, which is 89%, and smartphones, 53%. Tablet, there are only 14%, while desktop, 39%, laptop or netbooks, 37%, and smart TV, there are only 4%. So these data prove that deep-seated fascination of Filipinos to different technological devices. So Filipinos really love any kind of technological devices that na ilahang ginagamit in their everyday life. As dili lang sila makatabang for convenience for everyday life, but also it is their source of entertainment or leisure time. So next. So here are some facts about Filipinos and their use of gadgets and internet. Mobile phone subscription is at 119 million. Filipinos spend approximately 3.2 hours on mobile phones and 5.2 hours on desktop daily. So currently, the Philippines has one of the highest digital populations in the world. Wow. So there are now 47 million active Facebook accounts in the Philippines. So the Philippines is the fastest, also known as the fastest growing application market in Southeast Asia. So let's proceed with the next part. Rules played by these technological advancements. First, television. So it is used as platform for advertisements and information dissemination. Of course, awareness or consciousness is what we need, no, for us Filipinos. Unsa gini nahitabo within the country or sa ato ang palibot. It also serves as recreational activity and good stress reliever. So through it, recreational activity where pwede mo maka-watch together with movies o unsa pa inyong mga kausan with your family. It is nahulog na po siya ka sort of bonding with your family that mo na siyang in a way makahimo siyang good stress reliever. Television is also a good platform for different propagandas and advocacies. So it will give you a sort of awareness of what are those good programs or mga propagandas and advocacies that really exist within the country and in the other country, you know, and also be a good way to bond with one's family member. Mobile phones. So here are some of the rules of mobile phones. No? Mobile phones are used for communication, of course. Offer services like texting, calling, to surf the internet and to take pictures o uban pang mga applications. Music player, calendar, radio, television, and photo editor. And mobile phones, which dili man sila that big as television, so they are convenient for us to bring it anywhere bisan asa man ta mo adto dali ra kay sa tuwa. We have also here the personal computers and laptops. So rules, some of the rules: surf the internet and communicate. Also, it's just like the phone, it has also features just like the phones. Calendar, calculator, music player, movie player, camera, and also it is used as to store, retrieve, or to manipulate information and other documents. So let's proceed with the ethical dilemma. Okay, so laziness, lazy and unhealthy. So of course, because of these technological advancements, we cannot deny the fact that in every positive there is negative. We cannot the negative effects is inevitable. No, we cannot control what everything will be the consequences with these technological advancements. So, ang may tabuan na, as we can observe with the children nowadays, now they will become more lazy, like which will often lead them to depression and because of the cyberbullying, uban pa nilang ma-discover within this technology. So, they do not just skip meals sometimes, but also lack of exercise or any movements. Okay, so people have the tendency to be unaware of the time. So without proper guidance with their parents, no, so it will lead them to become more dangerous discovery of kining mga information nga lang nadawat, which is dili pa ta dapat nilang makita, ilahan na nung makita. They ma-expose sila sa mga community and other applications that are really dangerous for them, mentally, physically, or emotionally. So they will get mad or annoyed, you know? Like, ang may tabo, ang bata, lisod na kayo siya suguon or tawagon sa parents. It is because na lingaw na siya sa iyang gidaladala nga cellphone kung sa kaya gitanaw or gidula. And alienation. So, dili mausa na dili ang rejection, like, ang bata is often, wala na kayo siya, dili na ma-develop ang iyang moral values. It is because of the abuse usage of these technological equipments or devices. So, maepektahan sad ang moral dilemma and develop different kinds of sickness. Of course, it is believed, according to the studies, that pwede siyang maka-cause of eye strain, too much exposed to radiation, such as these mga technological advancements. So, may tabo, maka-cause siya eye strain and other mga physical diseases. Also, psychological na mga disorders, which can create, ang bata may tabo nga ma-depress, maka-cause ma-create of anxiety, and among others, which is really controversial nowadays. Daghan ng mga bata that are really masakiton tungod aning ilang pagkapabaya, or they are not that aware of what they are doing. So let's talk about this one of the ethical dilemmas in the rule of this technology. So responsibility. So we ought not to be allowed what ought to be allowed. What ought not to be allowed? What ought to be allowed? So responsibility, no, it is a sense of being accountable or being responsible towards an action. So when we are dealing with the technology, no, we should be responsible, no, especially sa to mga parents. We should be responsible of unsay mahitabo sa to mga children. So we should guide them well in terms of information that they need, especially on using technology, no. Dili na to sila basta-bastang pasagdan. Ato silang i-guide well in terms of operating with their technological devices, no, especially if pasabot sila ang mga butang nga angay na tong ipasabot ingana. So we as netizens, users of this different technology as part of our everyday life, we should be well disciplined enough on how to use it, no? We should be accountable or responsible with ourselves in terms of using different technological devices. Next, so let's proceed with the robotics and humanity. So robots are now widely used, no? Although this is not evident in the Philippines, but in other countries, they're already using robots, no? So they're called service robots. So robots do specific tasks mainly in assisting their masters in their everyday task. So especially in Germany, no? Sa ilaha is uso na sa ilaha ang pag-involve or paggamit ng mga robots as part of their everyday life. Like example, in home, sa mga balay. So they're called service robots, no? Like sila ang tiglimpyo, sila baka ang kaning maghatod og pagkaon sa ilahang mga masters. So no, they do or perform particular task according to unsa may gisugo sa ilahang mga master or amo. While in other companies such as making car engines o uban pa, there are robots nga ginagamit na sa mga factories to do a particular task, like di ba ka sa kanang mga chemicals, like maghimo og kining mga products, like grabe kay ka mga toxins anang So, ang mga person ay kung ma-expose na nga mga grabe ka toxic nga mga chemicals, no, which makuha na ilahang health. So, may tabuan na with the usage of robots, no, mas madali ilahang yung atong mga risky nga mga task is pwede na dili na kay mo involve ang mga tao anak without human intervention. Using this robot, sila na mohimo atong mga task which are risky and which are risky or hard for the humans. So we have here the International Federation of Robotics, or also known as IFR, and United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, or also known as the UNICE. I don't know what you may call it. So, this is a task to formulate a working definition of for service robots. So, a preliminary extract of the relevant definition is IFR in 2012. So, muna sila mga organizations, no, that are really inclined when it comes to designing or creating service robots for the humanity, especially for a particular company or group of people that needed service robots, no? So a robot is an actuated mechanism, programmable in 2 or more axes with a degree of autonomy, moving within its environment to perform intended tasks. So robots now, there are programmable, no? So there are programmed by their masters or to the people that nagamit sa ilaha. While ang autonomy in this context, it means the ability to perform intended tasks based on current state and sensing without human intervention. So robot, they are really programmable, no? So they can perform or do a particular task as commanded by their masters. So a robot, since programmable na siya, gigama na siya sa scientist or inventor, no? So they can perform a particular task without dili na kay dapat sige pag sinamok ang tao, or without human intervention. They can do a particular task without intervention. So a service robot is a robot that performs useful tasks for humans or equipment, excluding industrial automation application. So service robots now, they're only intended for for example, mga simple household chores, no? While ang industrial automation application, no, lahi ilahang robot na lahi pud ang gingalan or giterm nila in that kind of robot. So note, a robot may be classified according to its intended application as an industrial robot or a service robot. A personal service robot or a service robot for personal use is a service robot used for non-commercial tasks, usually by lay persons. Examples are domestic servant robot, automated wheelchair, personal mobility assist robot, and pet exercising robot. So there are kinds of robot also that are intended lang for a particular task. So a professional service robot or a service robot for professional use is a service robot used for a commercial task, usually operated by a properly trained operator. Examples are cleaning robot for public places, delivery robot in offices or hospitals, fighting robot, rehabilitation robot, and surgery robot in hospitals. So they are called as a professional service robot, while ang service robot, they're only intended for household chores. So in this context, an operator is a person designed to start, monitor, and stop intended operation of a robot or a robot system. So behind this programmable service robot, though, there is an operator of this which siya ang makakontrol sa particular robot in doing a particular task. So next, so Germany. So it is one of the well-known countries who were the first to use service robots. So one of the first countries to develop service robots, which is Germany. So part of the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research Service Robotics Innovation Lead Initiative. So it sponsored a collaborative project called Desire, which means it is a Greek word. Yeah, it is a Greek word about an who initiates collaborative project in designing robots, service robots. So, which was launched on October 1 in 2005. So, Desire has the following individual objectives. So, the first one is to achieve technological edge toward attaining key functions and components that are suited for everyday use. The second one is to create a reference architecture for mobile manipulation. And the third one is to promote the convergence of technologies through integration into a common technology platform. So we have also here to conduct pre-competition research and development activities for new products and technology transfer in startup enterprises in the field of service robotics. So we have also here some of the expected work to be performed by the Desire Corporation. So first is to clear up the kitchen table. So fill the dishwasher and clear up this room. So the Desire, they were making this service robots at homes, were only intended for household chores, which is to clear up the kitchen table, fill the dishwasher, and clear up the room. So next, the earliest conception of robots can be traced about 3000 before Christ from the Egyptians. Water clocks used human figurines to strike the hour bells. Mechanical devices was built to carry out specific physical tasks regularly. From the time on, different machines were already built to display the same mechanism and characteristics as the robots. So the earliest before, a long time ago in the before Christ, the Egyptians created this mga machines or tools that were look like human figurines to strike the hour bells. So before, dito na din nag-start the creation of such robots like mga figurines. So the next one, however, with this, as time goes by, the earliest robots as people know them were created in the early 1950s by George Devol, which he calls as animate, was his first invention from the words universal automation. So George Devol was the one who able to create the first or the earliest robots during this time. Next, so here are some of the rules played by the robots. So robots used to ease the workload of mankind, so to make life more efficient and less stressful. So they perform complicated activities which human beings are incapable of doing. such as working in the different chemicals which are harmful to the humans. So robots, sila mabuhat ng mga particular tasks such as mga chemicals that are harmful to humans, no? Silang mo-work ana. So katong mga impossible things that humans can do can be performed by the robots. So they perform the simplest tasks at home so that their masters can perform the complex ones without stressing too much themselves over the simple tasks. So perform activities to entertain people. So there were also robots, service robots that are intended to perform activities in order to entertain people. They also serves as toys. Robots also, there are also robots that can be seen in the movies. So here are some of the laws of robots. This is according to Isaac Asimov in 1940. So Isaac Asimov, no, he has this collection of stories about robot, which is entitled I, Robot. So which is mostly na ginabasihan siya sa mga salida. So as you can see, especially katong stories about Frankenstein, who is in the story of Frankenstein, no? Mga scientists or inventors, they're able to make a monster because of their curiosity or the knowledge that they have in science, no? So they were able to create a monster, no, that mahimo nun siyang distraction to the society or to the people, no, because of this crazy experiments. So mostly sa mga salida nga gipakita nila salida about robots, no, there were mga robots is nahitabo is at the end of the salida is yung distract noon siya sa side. Instead nga ang robot is makatabang siya sa mga tao, is nakadistract noon siya sa mga human beings or to the society itself. However, Isaac Asimov tried to change or try to divert the mind of the people about the robots. He is able to make this law in order to prove people that robots can be good too. So we have the law number 1. So these were some of the law that a robot must fulfill in order to be good enough to the society. No, these are some of the laws. So so these are the laws. So the law number 1: a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to become harmed. And law number 2: a robot must obey the orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. And law number 3: a robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first and second law. So here are some ethical dilemmas faced by robotics. One of the dilemmas faced by robots is safety. So the second one is the emotional component. Of course, no? Some may question about the robots. Are they really helpful? Dili ba ka sila at moabot ang panahon nga sila na mismo mo dominate over the human beings, no? So it is still such a question, no, nowadays, no, a controversial question. What if maabot daw ang day nga sila na mismo mo dominant or mukontra sa mga tao, sila na ang maghari nun, instead ang mga tao ang magbuot ing anak. So they believe that robot doesn't have a soul, doesn't have an emotions or feelings like the human beings do. So also we cannot guarantee dili ta 100% dili mag-guarantee 100% ang safety sa mga robots. What if there as kani nga robots is kinahanglan niyang pasakitan ng usa ka tawo in order to protect the another person? what if ang robot is ang iyang napunit nga plant dadto nga para iipon niya dadto sa pagkaon is a poisonous one. So, how we should assure that ang robot is dili siya maka-distract sa humanity? So, it is still the question that really controversial nowadays. So, we as persons, no, kita mga human beings, we are the one who created them. So, we should be responsible with our actions, no? We should be the one who will dominant, no? Kita dapat ang dominant over them, no? Kita, since ang mga robots is programmable, kita dapat ang ensure that ang ilahang gitrabaho is naara gihapon siya sa sakto nga pamaagi, no? So, next. So, we have here the two types of autonomy. The partial autonomy includes active human-robot interaction, while the full autonomy excludes active human-robot interaction. So, partial autonomy, no, this refers to the robots that still needed, no, kaning commands by their masters or sa ilahang mga amo in order to perform a particular task, no, they still needed to be operated by their masters or by the operator of a robot in doing a particular task. While the full autonomy, it does not need human intervention, no. It excludes na siya ganang interaction from the human, so it can perform its own task. So, there are two types of autonomy in the robotics, which is the partial autonomy and the full autonomy. So, that will be all. Thank you so much and God bless.